In this video, I'll be talking to you about the top 5 Royal Caribbean staterooms I have stayed in. Hi guys, it's Shipbase here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the top 5 Royal Caribbean staterooms I have stayed in. Now, Royal Caribbean is the cruise line I have cruised with the most, and I have seen a lot of staterooms, so I thought I would do a top 5 list and tell you guys about some of them. I've stayed in the likes of internals, virtual balconies, ocean views, panoramic ocean views, the promenade windows, the Ben & Jerry suite, if you know you know. I've also seen the accessible side of rooms, so I've stayed in a accessible junior suite, an accessible internal. So that's a really interesting side that I have seen. I've also stayed in a royal suite, which that was amazing. So I've been very lucky with the rooms that I have stayed in. Oh yeah, Central Park, the one I was literally just in and did a video on. So Central Park balcony. So yeah, I've stayed in lots of rooms. I'm going to be doing a top 5 list. So let's go. Number 5 is a normal Royal Caribbean balcony on Independence of the Seas. There's nothing wrong with a normal balcony. It's a room that they have with the most. And on Independence of the Seas, I really like the design of the balconies because the lifeboats won't get in the way. So no matter what deck you're on, you won't get an obstructive view. On the ships like Anthem, the lifeboats stick out or stick up, and you can get obstructive views. I know that can make balconies cheaper and more affordable, but I just prefer that design on Independence. But with the room, it's spacious, it has lots of storage, and it's just a really nice, comfortable and clean room. Now, I stayed in this room in 2019, and with Independence of the Seas, the rooms do need a bit of a upgrade because they did a whole refurb of the ship, but did the whole ship, none of the rooms, and the rooms do need a bit of a uplift. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with a normal balcony, and it's one of my favourites on one of my favourite ships. So that's number 5. Number 4 is another room on Independence of the Seas. It's a panoramic ocean view. These are these brand new rooms that got added in the dry dock that are right on the front of the ship on deck 12. I was really lucky with mine. I got literally the one right in the middle at the front of the ship, so I had literally the best view of us sailing out everywhere, getting time lapses. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen my time lapses multiple times. I really like doing them, especially that room. That room was perfect for them. But with the room itself, because like I said in the previous one, Independence of the Seas rooms need a bit of an upgrade. These rooms are brand new as they were only added in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. They also are really long, so there's so much space in them, and everything's brand new. I prefer the bathroom design, the desk area. These rooms are really good. And if you don't want a normal ocean view, like a porthole, I would 100% spend the extra money to get one of these panoramic ocean views, because the views are unmatched. You can't, especially with. So you could have got these kind of views before the upgrade, where they stuck these rooms because the run track went all the way around. Now that the mini golf is there and the wind things go quite high up on the mini golf, you can't really see the front of the ship. I know you can go on the helipad, but yeah, you can't really get these views unless you get in these rooms. So I would very recommend getting one of these panoramic ocean views. And if you can get, so basically there's 2 big suites. There's literally 2 rooms in the middle. Try and get one of those 2 rooms. I had the one on the right. And yeah, amazing room, amazing view. And yeah, 100% recommend that room. Number 3 on this list is the Ben & Jerry suite on Independence of the Seas. There's a lot of Independence of the Seas. It is the ship I've sailed on the most, so there's a recurring theme here. But a little backstory on the Ben & Jerry suite. When they were creating this Freedom class and it finally released with Freedom of the Seas, they have Ben & Jerry's on the promenade, and they basically have these cowls on top that, if you look at that picture, they are blocking the view of the window. And people started complaining about all they could see was cows' asses for their whole stay. So instead of getting rid of the room or removing the cows, they rebranded the room to make people want the room. But it's quite an unknown secret. It's cabin 3605, and that will be on all 3 ships. and it's just a normal promenade. If you booked it by accident, you would turn up with quite a surprise. There's no like different colour. It's the same price, and you do get suite privileges with this room. So what's a bit different is it has a plaque on the door that says Ben and Jerry's Suite. It has cowl theme stuff. Between all three ships, it has different stuff in the room, which I've noticed from different videos I've seen from it. There's loads of videos on YouTube. This was before I did YouTube, so I had no videos or really photos of this room. So like I said, you get suite privileges and you get free ice cream for Ben and Jerry's. I think it's one per person per day, but if you do ask your concierge or suite person, they will get you more if you just ask nicely and be nice to them over the cruise. Give them a nice little tip at the end of it. So yeah, it's a really cool little Easter egg, little secret that not many people know. So yeah, come in 3605. Try and book it. It books up quick because people do know it and want it. So yeah, if you want it for the same price and want to look at Cal's asses and get suite privileges and free ice cream, this is definitely the room for you. Number 2 on my list is the Royal Suite on the Independence of the Seas. It was such an amazing experience to stay in this room. I have a few pictures. The first time I stayed in it, I didn't have the YouTube channel. I didn't stay in it again, but my parents did. I did have the YouTube channel, but I decided not to film it. Even though my dad nagged me to do it, but I thought I was a teenager and knew what I was doing. But annoying, regrets, pain. But hey, they would have done a good video, but we learn. So yeah, I don't have any videos of it, but I have some photos. So you had like this massive door with like marble and 2-story with a doorbell, which you can disable because people will press it. As you come in, you have this massive rug, and that rug is actually the size of one normal balcony. Like it blows my mind. And then, so the Royal Suite is the size of 6 rooms. Then you have a grand piano, a lounge area, a bar, and like a dining table. And then you have the master bedroom with a walk-in wardrobe, windows that go right up to the edge of the ship. The only room, well, did have the only room that had that until they added the panoramic ocean views. And then the one of 2 bathrooms. So the one in the master bedroom has a jacuzzi hot bathtub in there and a massive shower, and then there's one in the living room which has a toilet and a shower. This room is amazing to stay in. Like, your room has a grand piano in, like, what? Then you have on the balcony, you have like tables. You have a table, some beds, and a hot tub. And yeah, it's a really cool room to stay in. Like I said, with these rooms, with Independence of the Seas, the older rooms, they do need a bit of an upgrade with like technology and stuff like that. Because like, you could hide the TV with like these electric doors, but since before the refurb, it didn't work. And then my parents stayed in it after the refurb, and it still didn't work. They didn't touch the rooms at all. They just stayed them the same. So it's such a cool room to stay in if you have ever the opportunity to, or you can be able to afford to stay in the Royal Suite. 100%, it's worth the extra. They literally treat you like royalty when you stay in that room with the concierge. Like, they will do anything for you basically. But the only thing I think about the Royal Suite is that they could use the space a lot more. If you see the pictures, I don't know if the pictures do it well. There seems lots of space. They, especially like the bar area. They don't even stock the bar. We asked for like some cans of Coke. They wouldn't even like fill it up. They said, "Oh, you have to just go to a bar and get them and then put it in there yourself." Because we wanted to we invited loads of people around to have a look. We did that cruise. We did a cabin crawl. And so everyone ended in our one, and we had like some nibbles and stuff like that, which they got us some food and stuff. But yeah, they wouldn't fill out with drinks. They gave us bottles of a bubbly for the whole cruise. We had so many. We gave them to the room steward to take down to the bar down in the crew area. Yeah, it's such a cool experience staying in that room. Like I said, if you can do it, definitely worth it. But yeah, the rooms on Independence Seas do need an upgrade. And my favourite Royal Caribbean stateroom I have stayed in is the Central Park balcony. No, like I said, that's why you might be surprised. But I absolutely love these rooms. It's just obviously I know more ships are coming out with the internal balconies, but when I first stayed in it on Symphony of the Seas, I just thought it's such a cool experience that you can't really get anywhere else on a cruise ship. Like to have a look at the park at night when it's not like windy, because at night, what are you actually going to see on your balcony? It's pitch black in at the sea, so to have like the music playing, especially with Wonder Seas that they now have the TV screen, so you can watch the TV while on your balcony. It's just, I think it's so cool. That's why I was so desperate to stay in El Mundo of the Seas. Especially, I've got that special one, the size of 2 balconies. I think that's such cool rooms, such unique, because it's just seeing like the Central Park with all the trees. And I think the room on Wonder of the Seas was amazing. I did a video on it not so long ago, so link will be in the description below with all the room tours that I have of the rooms I have said. I think, yeah, such cool design. All the doors are magnetic now, which you can't really close them quietly. Lots of storage, lots of charging points. They're just amazingly designed rooms. And yeah, like I said, what makes that room better, because obviously it basically is a normal balcony, it's just got a different view, is the Central Park. It's just such a cool experience to look at the trees and bushes, and like people watch as well. It's just a bit different that you can't really get anywhere else at the sea, so that's why I really like the Central Park balcony on Wonder of the Seas and on Symphony of the Seas. So those are my top 5 Royal Caribbean staterooms I have stayed in. Just to recap, it is the normal balcony, panoramic ocean view, Ben & Jerry's suite, Royal suite, and a Central Park balcony. All 5 of those rooms are absolutely amazing and would 100% recommend staying in. At the beginning I mentioned all the rooms I stayed in, so if you have any questions of any of the rooms, put in the comments below. I would love to answer any of the questions that you have. Thank you so much for watching. It's been Shipface here. If you like what you see, please press the like button and subscribe to our channel. It's very much appreciated and it really does help me out. I'm also on Instagram and on TikTok, so link will be in the description below to follow me on those social media platforms. Thank you for watching. It's been Shipface here, and I will see you guys in the next video.